Hi, I'm John Howard. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to improve rural healthcare. How many of you have been sick or injured? Stupid question, right? Everyone gets sick. Everyone gets injured. It's life. One of my earliest memories, growing up on the farm, trying to help my grandpa level a field. We chained 3 telephone poles together, pulling it behind the tractor. I was a kid. I wanted to ride the telephone poles. So I jumped on. You can guess what happened. I'm a kid. I fell off. I got stuck under the telephone poles, drove across the field. So what was the next thing that had to happen? My grandmother had to figure out how to get me home. The only decision and the best decision we had was to drive for an hour to get to a doctor so I could get the stitches I needed. Vivid memory of sitting in the backseat of that car, bleeding and scared, for an hour to get to a doctor. That wasn't the end of it. Follow-up care and access to follow-up care became a real issue. Best decision at that point? Pulling the stitches out of my own eye.
Oh.
So, early lesson learned, right? But these are some of the issues that we run into in rural healthcare. Distance, time, access to follow-up care. And that's all before we get to financial cost. But there's other costs associated with rural healthcare. Costs the providers have to pay. Restrictions on what they're allowed to bill for. Low payouts from the insurance providers. Then there's costs the community has to pay for. Lower community health. People in the community not being able to get the care they need. There's a lot of solutions, ideas, and efforts to solve these issues, solve for these symptoms. But remember, symptoms don't make you sick. You have to get to the heart of the problem and treat the illness. So how do we do that? We use public policy to create incentives to allow providers to provide the care that they need. To get into the community and make it an equitable share of the profits from the healthcare to make sure those providers can actually afford to treat the community. We need to make sure that the providers have the resources they need to provide the holistic care to the community from the get-go. We need to stop treating the symptoms. We need to get to the heart of it.